That's like your backup quarterback getting the MVP. And you're like,
the backup goes to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, you're like, wait a second, we might have had this backwards. We should maybe start this guy.
Dude, I am so happy for Greg. I love him as an analyst. For anybody, I mean, obviously we're kind of spitting the shit here, but for anybody who doesn't know, Greg Olsen had taken the role as analyst prior to Tom. Like, there was already an agreement in place for Tom Brady to be Fox's sports or NFL analyst. However, it was kind of like whenever Tom Brady's ready and wants to come, that's when it's going to happen. So Greg Olsen was an analyst for a year. Dude, he was my favorite commentator.
Oh, he's the best.
I loved Greg Olsen, and I was like, this is so freaking great. And I was just bitter as hell knowing that eventually he was going to get replaced by Tom Brady, because I was like, dude, Greg Olsen legitimately is my favorite commentator. And then Tom Brady came in next year, and it was just a lesser product. And I was like, dude, Greg Olsen is so much better than Tom Brady. And I was like, but because it's Tom Brady, Greg Olsen has to take the second chair. And so for him to get recognized and get an Emmy or nominated for an Emmy, I love that, because I'm like, he does such a good job.
Oh, I would brag about that at every meeting. I'd be
me too.
Hey, Greg Olsen, I'd like to say something here as the Emmy nominated analyst here at Fox. I think we should do, and just have Tom Brady sit there. I think this is good for Tom Brady. I think he needs some humbling in his life.
Yeah.
Not being the best analyst is maybe somewhat good for him in his development as a human. I think he's been the best at everything he's done so far. But I think it's hilarious because a lot of the hand rigging that was coming out earlier too is like, wait, we don't even know how good Tom is. How is he getting the number one chair? We don't even know. You're literally just putting, because he's Tom Brady, you're thinking he's going to carry you. And I think
name, image, likeness, baby.
Yeah, I think whatever.